All right, guys. So we are talking about slope, and we have a lot of things going on with slope. I've gone ahead and written some things out for you. So, slope is a part of this really big linear equation right here, okay? And we call this linear equation slope intercept form. Now we know that this equation is linear because if you look at our variable, and I'm going to give you a second to think about what letter in this equation would be our variable. If you thought x, you are correct because x is our unknown and it is to the power of 1, which means that it is a linear equation. So now we have to do something with this y equals mx plus b. And that is where this term slope comes from, okay? So this slope is the change or the movement that affects the variable. And we're going to give you an example of that. We're going to do several examples. We say that slope is the letter m. And if you were looking at a graph, you guys know this as rise over run, or you also might know this as constant of proportionality is equal to y over x. And so we say that slope equals delta, which means change, of y divided by the change of x. Okay? Give you a second to write that down. There are some other things that are really special about this equation too. So once you really learn this equation can help you read graphs. So this right here, this y, if I'm reading a word problem and I have to write an equation, I know that my total amount is always going to be in the y spot. And then I know that whatever fee I started with, so I'm going to also put fee here, like $20 for a flat fee. And then $3 per call would go here, and X would represent call. So this can also help me solve word problems. It can also help me read a graph because I know that the letter B is my y-axis. It's where our linear line touches the y-axis. And that means that x is always going to be 0 and y is going to be a number, okay? So these are just the basic things of slope. We're going to continue to refer to this, and I will continue to write this over and over. What I'm going to do right now is pause so that you guys can go ahead and write these notes. I do recommend that you write them in color so that you can begin to utilize all of the learning patterns in your brain, and so that you can start to make references in memory of the different things going on, okay?